All right, so here's the surface area of wings for specific species of birds with weight W and as shown in the table. Okay, so we have kilograms, we have square meters. We're supposed to make a scatter plot of the data. So first things first, I have put in decimal places. That's zero point 0.2, zero point 0.4, zero point 0.6, and then we still have to do 2, 3, 4. So at 2, we're going to be at roughly 2.54. So it's just going to be a little bit over that. So it's going to be somewhere in that range right there. And 3 is going to be about here, and it's going to be just over 3. So it's going to be roughly there if it's going to keep it. And 4 is going to be just over 4. So it's going to be, somewhere about there. Okay. And we're going to assume at 0, it's going to have square 0. And so this then, where'd it go? So this is going to look something like that. So the scatter plot are the dots, and then we kind of drew in a kind of a bit line, hopefully. So again, that's scatter plot, so that part's done. Now the data can be modeled with it, find k to 2 decimal places. So let's just use one of these. It doesn't matter which one. So we can say a 0.254 equals k times 2 to the 2/3. So we're going to divide by 2 to the 2/3. And so k is equal to, and now we have to plug that into our calculator. And so we're going to have, let's clear that out, 0.254, and then that's going to be divided by, and that's going to be 2 to the 2 divided by 3. 0.16. Okay, so that's going to be the value we use. And hopefully, any of them we use is going to be about the same thing. So it shouldn't matter which one we use. And so that's going to be our value. And so what our equation really is A of W equals 0.16 times W to the 2/3. Okay. And so we're going to graph A and the data in the same viewing in rectangle. All right, so it looks like that's what our graph looks like. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it in our calculator. Okay, so first off, we're going to say, okay, well, this is the 0.16 times x to the 2 divided by 3. Okay, so that's going to be that. We don't need y anymore here. And now let's plug in our data points. So our data points again were 2, 3, 4 for this one. 2, 3, 4. And then we had the 0.254, 2, oops, 254, 0.333, and 0.403. And so now let's turn on our stat plot so it actually plots those points. Let's put our window, let's go from 0 to 5. And then y is going to go from 0 to 1 because it doesn't go up that high even. So let's go by 0.5 and see what we get. And so that's our point. So it does go nicely through the points if you do it by calculator. And so that then is does it pass through the given points? Yes. So that part is yes. And it kind of looks like that again. Now we're supposed to estimate the area of the wings of a 2.5 kilogram. So basically what we're going to do is A of 2.5 is equal to 0.16 times 2.5 to the 2 divided by 3. Now we plug that in to our calculator. And so we're going to have 0.16 times 2.5 to the 2 divided by 3. And it's going to be 0.29. Now, let's go over here to our calculator here and our graph, and let's do a second calc. And we want to find a value when x is 2.5. And we get 0.29. So that's where it falls on the graph, and that's the value we get. So 0.29 is going to be our answer, no matter if we do it in a calculator with, calculations, or we pull it up on the graph and do it that way. So it's going to be 0.29. Now, is that really what it is here? So 2.5, we got about zero point 0.3. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. So, we got pretty close. And so this is in meters squared. Okay. Because again, this is what the area is in this case. All right, let's pause there and we'll come back for some more.